The other day somebody gave me this Makita impact driver because it works, but there is a bit broken off and stuck in the end of it. Now, it was one of these bits with a ridge ground around it, and obviously it hadn't been put in to its full depth. It had only been put in halfway, so it had snapped at the weak point. This won't be the only one that is like this. Now, this isn't the actual piece, the offending piece that I took out. I've lost it, but I'm recreating the scenario so that people can see how I managed to fix it. First of all, I put a blob of super glue on the end and got a piece of metal, glued it on and tried to pull it out, but this particular bit was well and truly stuck. It was a rusty old thing that somebody had pushed in there, and it really was a tight thing. Now, to get this outer shroud off, first of all there is a little wire snap ring which you can piggle out with two sharp things. Anything will do, sharpened nail or whatever you can get. A bit awkward. Then there is a little thrust ring, and then this spring comes out complete with the shroud like that, and there are two 3.5mm ball bearings which go in those holes. Now, I've stuck all the small components onto a magnet so that I don't lose them. Now, looking down that hole, you can see that about 2/3 of the hole is obscured by the end of the bit. So we have to get something in there to drive it out. It was too tight to be done with a little needle or the end of a scriber. So we can't use a 3.5mm drift because these holes are tapered to stop the balls dropping to the inside. So, starting with an 1/8 drill, I ground a taper on the end of it, and then I cut the drill in half, which gave me a 3.2mm tapered drift. So, supporting the end of the drill in a V-block, I managed to drive that taper drift down there like that. This thing was incredibly tight, it was a hammer job. So, having got a small bit of the offending item exposed, I then got one of these cheap diamond files and I cut two little dovetail grippy bits in the end of the thing, which enabled me to grab it with a pair of pincers like that and pull it out. And the job was done, and the driver was saved. So I hope that somebody finds this video useful and helpful. Thank you for watching.